What's up, Golden Gamers? Welcome back to the channel. We are here in lovely Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, for those who don't know, is named after Sir Walter Raleigh, who was committed of high treason against Her Majesty the Queen and then beheaded shortly thereafter. We have a local that we will be heading to, Sketchy Academy, one of the newest weekly series that has taken the North Carolina scene by storm. I'm gonna need a little help though, so we're gonna go pick up a guest and I'll see you when we're there. What is up, Golden Gamers? We have made it in one piece. We are at Triangle Esports Academy in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you can look to my right, your left, I'm joined by the illustrious PPMD.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
I cannot believe you're here. When was your first local? Do you recall, like, the year?
It was October of 2007, so that is a few Octobers ago, for anyone keeping track. We're filming in October. It was outside, and it was like a 20-person local, and I think none of the people that were there will be here today. Maybe one person will be, maybe.
I will say, Sketchy Academy, which is the name of the local that we're at today, normally has an average attendance of around 7 to 10. We managed to accrue 75 attendance today.
You know, I've always wanted North Carolina to get more representation. I mean, that was something that made me really happy about coming up. You know, for me to be appreciated here is still really nice too, because I do want that for everyone, and so it's nice to feel that come my way as well. You know, locals, you can't replace them. I think in a lot of ways they're the foundation of the scene. I think a lot of people think that majors are the foundation, but you need something consistent. You need something reliable. You need a way to connect with people and make those friendships, right? And I made a lot of friendships. I met a lot of different people. I learned a lot going to locals. Competitively speaking, it gives you land practice. It gives you, practice for the tournament environment, which you're going to be expecting. It gives you friendships, people that'll cheer you on at events. So, maybe if you're a real tryhard, there's a reason to join them too. So they're great all around.
My friends and I have been part of the Melee community we've been playing since 2015. We have experienced many locals in our time. We have taken a lot from the TOs of North Carolina, and we felt like it was our time to give back. And so we started off with our own online tournament series. It was called Sketchy Series.
Real quick, why Sketchy? when I think sketchy, I don't think, LAN center, right, 500 billion gigabit, I'm curious really quickly. I don't mean to cut you off. But.
Yeah, so Sketchy comes from Cam Doodle. Yeah. So
the other kind of sketch.
But we kind of just felt like it was the precursor for us to eventually jump into the IRL scene. And once we felt like we were just ready, we decided to just pull the trigger, and then we just were on the hunt for a venue.
East NC and West NC, I mean, the Raleigh Triangle area.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I think we all really, really tend to support each other. I try to show out to all the Boone stuff, 3-4 hour drive.
That's a long drive, yeah.
But in return, they come out to here. Yeah, it's a big family here. I just really can't sing the praises of North Carolina Melee enough.
I love that. I love that so much.
So mainly for the NC scene, there is one player who pretty much dominates us all, Zasa. They will run through an entire bracket, not drop a game. Maybe having some people give Zasa a little bit of trouble. I don't know. We can hope to give Zasa some trouble, but they beat us a lot.
What's up? We are ongoing at Sketchy Academy. The bracket is in full effect. Top 16 is starting soon. Who am I joined by? What's your tag? What's your name?
I am J Gold, also known as Ben. If you want to use my real name, I play in Boone, North Carolina.
Shout out Boone.
Just 3 hours from here. TO from that scene. And I've kind of said this, but I think my brain isn't wired to ever be that good at Melee.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're ever going to see any crazy performances from me. But if I'm going to come to a bracket, I'm going to enter. I just love putting it all on the line, trying to win.
Yeah.
Even if you're fighting to not go 0-2.
I'm just saying, you have that 1-3-2 run, and you're like, damn, I'm on top of the
exactly.
world.
Fighting to get one good win. It always feels so good, and putting it all on the line, I think, means a lot.
I think the big thing in person is that, online is beautiful. I get to play so many new people and get to compete and, hone my skill. But it's really hard to nurture a like very wholesome community online, you know? Right?
If you've ever used bad connection before in your life when the connection was actually fine, you know what we're talking about.
And it feels so different. Like the tension is different, the victories are different, the stakes feel a little different. If you just want to feel that energy just for a second, you know, it's worth coming to the local. Like it's crazy.
Okay,
But I
perfect.
recognize like almost no one here, so that is not a high bar.
I feel like I've been working relentlessly trying to make sure that this bracket runs super smooth, talking to a lot of TOs around the area.
Are you making $100K a year off of TOing?
I'm probably at a net loss, but I'm at a positive up here. It's a very fulfilling duty.
Yeah.
We'll get 9 players, we'll get 10 players, we'll get 16. But at the end of the day, when we're packing up and we're going home, it feels so good. I feel like I did such a good service.
You did a wonderful thing, and I think TOs really do that, and I think that's what we're trying to highlight here. And so hopefully when you're packing up today, you feel that, maybe a little extra, right?
I will feel 10 times extra today. Yeah.
You know, you just have to remember that like anywhere you go, there's going to be a lot of different people that like Melee. And we have this one thing that's going to keep us, you know, bonded together, but it's so easy to realize who you have a lot in common with. And like, it's way easier to like break down barriers and sort of make friends in person. I feel like people are ready to talk to you if you're willing to put the effort in. And even if you don't want to talk, you know, just plug into a setup, someone will reach out, you know. As long as you take that first step to go to one, it's so addicting because the energy in the room is so tension and everyone's freaking out and you feel like you're gonna die if you get forwarded one more time. But
there's nothing like it, going and seeing like a room full of 80 people who have the same passions as you. You know, some people show it coming to, you know, prove how good they are. Some people just come to have fun, but everyone is here to play Melee, and that's what it's all about. Come to your locals, make friends. Maybe you'll become cracked. Maybe you'll just make a ton of homies for the rest of your life. I know I have, so that's what it's all about.
I was terrified as hell my first local. I went 0-6 in pools, then sat on a friendly setup and played a Falco for like the next hour and a half. That was in 2014, and since then, NC Melee has become my home. It is one of the most important things in my life, and I've met so many meaningful and important friends through playing this game, and I can't even imagine how my life would be different if I had never gotten into Melee and going to locals. This
is so sick.
I'm
so hyped about NC Melee right now.
It's an incredibly rewarding experience.
I was going to say it after, I'm just saying it now. This is so good. I've loved every second of this.
You know, the local scene is really what makes Melee special, just because it does, it brings the scene together in more IRL, when a lot of other games are just a lot more online based, and you just go out, see your friends play and perform. Essentially a performance out here.
Yeah.
You know, people get nerves, people get, you know, nervous, shaken up afterwards. I have my fair share of performance anxiety when I play, but you know, I've gotten better. But I definitely do feel like the IRL playing is just unmatched.
Oh, all right. That is it. That concludes it.
3-0. That was a really quick grand final.
That was quite quick. That's a wrap for Sketchy Academy. Thank you so much for having us. Big shout out to the North Carolina Melee community for having us and opening their doors and for showing out. I know it's not easy to get 75 people across the state to come through to a esports arena, but they made it happen. So shout out to y'all. PP, anything you want to say to your home state, your home crowd?
I appreciate the warm welcome. I'm glad I got to be part of this. I'm glad people wanted to come see me. I'm just glad that Gigi also wanted to come out and support this. I'm glad. I'm just glad.
You're just glad.
It's just a nice. It's just a wonderful thing. This is just a beautiful thing that we're doing. Thank you so much, Zeke, for trying to make this happen.
That's NC Melee.
Shout out Satchel. He's back. Return of the King.
I've been back.
All right.
What
Thank
they
y'all
said.
for watching the video. It means a lot. Check out NC Melee in the description box below. We'll see you next time on Locals Roadshow. Peace.
What makes a LAN center good? Why here? I saw the Chick-fil-A across the street. Does that come into play?
Oh, the Chick-fil-A is actually so huge. You know, I saw your Verdugo episode, and it's really like the scenery there is really great. The bar, the whole setting there. But our Chick-fil-A is like the biggest thing we have here.